Red Shadow, what is up? Red Shadow, what is up? You're now listening to Red Shadow, only on the Red Shadow channel. You're now listening to the Red Shadow channel, only on Red Shadow Game. Let's see the trending searches. We have Patrick Muldoon, we have Alan Osmond, Diana Rossini, Sydney Sweeney, Mindy Khan, Iran War News Today, Virginia Red Stricting, Louisiana Shooting, or Jamie Getz. So what would you guys like to do today? You know, I'm just interested in what you guys want to do today and everything. So what's that? You want me to play Civ 5? Okay. I heard it's better than Civ 5 with a brand new world expansion pack. I always wish he said it wrong, so I add that part in to enhance the comedy. Wait, we don't need to do that, right? That's tacky. That's tacky. That's unnecessary. Just as it has always been, when our memories of the ancient world, blah blah blah, blee blee blee. We get it. You have a nice voice. You're so cool. So meaty. Who said that? Who said that at all? Oh. Mimi Tyranno. Let's set up a new game. Let's have 4 games going at any given interval. Hi, start doing this tutorial, guys. She's here for the start doing this tutorial. So get ready to stare at this fucking guy for a minute. Hopefully we can. My goal is to keep her in place. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can keep her in place right where she is, because that'd be perfect. So let's set up a new game here. Let's set up a brand new game here, guys. Just for Yasser, we're going to set up a brand new game here. Just for Yasser, we're going to set up a brand new game here. So this is what we call some nasty nigger tutorials. You can only participate in this if you want to. You can't do it unless you want to, okay? So let's make a brand new game here. Let's set the game up. We're going to scroll down to you-know-who. Yes, that's right, Mr. William of the Dutch. Map, we're going to go ahead and randomize the map, and that is going to end up being a rainforest. Isn't that so sweet? We're going to have a rainforest map, so it's going to be rainy, I guess. I guess you could say it's going to be rainy from a certain point of view. It might be rainy. And the size of the map, the ever important size of the map, is going to be dual, which is the 2 players with 4 city-states options. However, we don't have to have just 2 people. Crucially, we can really make this game go crazy and have a tiny map with multiple people in it. So let's find out how many total civilizations there's going to be. There's going to be 14 AI civilizations that we're going to be competing against in this match. So it's me and 14 AIs. There's not going to be enough land for everyone to settle. So immediately that's going to become a funny part of the challenge that we're going to have to navigate. There's only going to be 9 city-states, though, so those are going to be crucial in terms of the diplomacy of the game. We're going to keep it on king difficulty for now. That's just how I feel. Random world age, random temperature, random sea level, random resources, and then, of course, random land mass type. So that all looks good to me. I do have Raging Barbarians on, which I go back and forth on being a good idea or not. We have quick combat, quick movement. Let's start the game.
Hail, Stalwart Prince William of Orange.
Now, why are we playing the regular game mode? Well, if you asked me to bet on whether or not we had beaten the game 100 times, I would have put a lot of money down on the fact that we did. Now, I'm not the most educated when it comes to Steam. I only use it as a tool. Right? I'm not like you freaks that make, little knitting clubs doing it and shit. Fucking freaks. But anyway, this is my lack of knowledge coming back to bite me. I guess what may have happened is any previous iteration of Steam that I had played this game on does not count towards the total number of wins, because there's no way I didn't win 100 times. So we're just going to keep playing games until something happens. And of course, we're also interested in our Mongolian scenario, which we will come back to as well. So we're going to go back and forth between any number of these at any given time. Now we're playing as the Dutch. It's only king, so we don't have to worry that much, but it's still probably a good idea to just, play our cards right, regardless of whether or not, we really need to. Now, I like this start. This is a coast. Leading to what? We don't know. Let's take one step out with our warrior here and see what's going on. So there's a ruin right there. Looks like gold on this side. The game is pretty good at putting you in the right spot right away. So we have our first city here, and of course this is going to be named after the one and the only. You could even say the one, the only. This is Yasser's palace. Or it should just be Yasser Palace. I don't think we have any space for apostrophes. Okay, so this is Yasser Palace. And keep in mind, Yasser Palace, there's only femboys in there. So if you're not a femboy, you can't go in. Okay. Lucy. Come on, bro. Let's chill on that, okay? Thanks. Anyway. That's the rules, guys. I don't make up the rules. I just enforce them. Okay? Now, I think for some reason, I'm feeling no music right in this moment. I'm feeling more like barely audible music, just sort of, just like maybe 7, like 29, like 22. Everything else up max, no sound effects. We'll do 1% sound effects. Almost inaudible. In fact, it's inaudible to me. I can't hear any sound effects. Now, who gets to decide who the femboy is and is not? Well, obviously, that's only Yasser can decide. He takes out a big measuring tape. He measures your tummy to waist ratio. He measures a bunch of stuff. He just measures a bunch of stuff. Now, what is our game plan as the Dutch? You can see I already went ahead and built the scout because I just can't understand any other build making any sense to me other than building a scout first. You need to know where you are in the world. You need to know where your opponents are. So it's almost an automatic, okay? Maybe you could make an argument for monument. Maybe you could make an argument for worker. Probably almost certainly can't make an argument for warrior. And settler is not an option because you don't start with more than one population. So with that settled, and by the way, now we can just play the game normal. You know, before we were doing all these challenges, there is no challenge in this playthrough of this game other than, of course, to win. We only need to win. That's our only objective. How we get there, well, that's kind of what I'm going to be wanting feedback on from you guys. So who are we playing? I'm playing as the Dutch. The Dutch have a pretty interesting ability. It's pretty, well, I'm not too sure how to phrase it. Now, keep in mind, we have a lot more civilizations in this game than we have space for on the world. Okay, this is going to be a very small Earth. Keep in mind, this game is technically sci-fi, because it's a science fiction setting where a completely different group of people ended up doing similar but different things, and causing problems for each other and stuff, and but in this version, the Earth is a different size, and the players in the political sphere are different, and everything. So it's just a different vibe. It's just a different vibe. So, oh, there she goes. There she goes. There she goes again. Now, it is Germany and Dutch 50-50. So until that tie breaks, I'm just going to stay on the Dutch. Whenever one of the races of people goes up or down, that's the one where we're going to be playing, okay? So far, people think out of all the races that I've listed that Germans and Dutch are the two best. The two white races, interesting. Just pointing that out. Just pointing it out. What, I can't point it out now or something? I refuse to not point it out. I have to. I think I'm actually contractually obligated to do it. If you know what I mean. Guys, there's a cat here. So let's talk about the Dutch while you guys stare at this cat for a second. So the Dutch are interesting. They're led, of course, by William. We've talked about them before on the channel. Their trait is the Dutch East India Company. And it's simple, but it's difficult to understand at the same time. The easy part of it to understand is that you retain 50% of the happiness benefits from a luxury resource, even if you trade your last copy of it away. So what sort of does that incentivize for us? We want to think about it, the short-term benefits of that and the long-term benefits of it. In my opinion, it's not that great of a trait. Other traits are just straight up better. But it does help because it's very hard to lose happiness as the Netherlands. Problem is you need luxury resources to benefit from. So we kind of want to be going after those luxury resources perhaps a little bit more than we might under different circumstances. Now, I like going straight for guilds here, which means we're going to need a second city at least here on this mountain. Not that you can see it right now because you're staring at a fucking cat instead of looking at my game. Even though my game is the one that's more important than the fucking dumb cat. But anyway, I really like going for guilds here. It's sort of along the same tech tree that I always do anyway, which is prioritizing Temple of Artemis, prioritizing Hanging Gardens, prioritizing Petra, of course. If there's any desert around, which is a big question mark, there's some desert right there. We'll be able to build it within Yasser's Palace, which is wonderful. This game is basically won as a result of that. All the gold I see here makes me want to build Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, which I don't think is along our initial tech tree. No, we're not going to be picking that up this game, probably. I'd love to get Colossus. I'd love to get what else? What else are we thinking about for this game? What are the things we want to be picking up? Let's see. Well, and then what style of victory are we best suited for? What makes the most sense? Nothing really stands out for me because they're just sort of like, what does the polder do? Because that's what we're working towards. We're working towards this thing called the polder. I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. It's called the polder. You know, they have all this information about all of these things, but they do not have a pronunciation guide. Keep that in mind. So let's see. I suppose. What else should we point out about the Dutch that's important? So this polder, it only works on certain tiles. It gives you 3. So you could kind of go for science in that way, but you can only build it on marshes or floodplains. Let's see if we have any of that. Is it pronounced holder? Is that something you looked up just now, Bingo Panda? Bingo Panda, quick question. Which victory type, given this start and given our civilization, do you think we should go for this game? Science, military, culture, or diplomacy? Because that will affect everything else I do this game. Ancient ruins.
Ancient ruins hold secrets that may advance our civilization.
Thanks for that information. But you don't need to ever tell me that again. I've heard that before, and I know what ancient ruins are. Someone said you always need science. Maybe we'll go science. Let's see what's going on the continent before we make any big decisions. We are on a rainforest map, so you're going to expect a lot of jungles here. You're going to expect a lot of jungles. You're going to be expecting... What else are you going to be expecting? Very surprised we have not met another civilization. Very surprised. There are 14 other civilizations in this game, despite being on a very small Earth.
Benvenuto a Venezia. Sol doge Enrico Dando.
So this guy's from Doge.
Sì?
And he's Venice. There's his warrior right there. That's how we met him, was our warrior envoyed with his warrior. Now, this is 3,880 years before the birth of Christ. Just pointing that out. Just pointing out that this is 880 years before the birth of Christ. Just letting everybody know. So Bingo Panda has said go for military, which is an interesting thing to say. I will tell you what, Bingo Panda, I definitely will go for military if we can get out of this ocean, if we are not locked in some way. Okay, yeah, I agree. Listening to Bingo Panda would be a bad idea. Let's not do that. I don't know what I got possessed, I think, a little bit. So those ancient ruins were really great. They gave us, oh wait, No, that's a good point, Bingo Panda. I can't listen to you. Yeah, so we'll go military. So like I was saying, if we go through this strait here, we should be able to go military because we'll be able to get ships out, and we will get access to one of the premier ships in the Renaissance era, which is the Sea Beggar, which is basically made to capture coastal cities. So that's interesting. So let's continue to explore our little continent here. You can see we've got a lot of resources we want up here. Our second city is definitely going up here for sure. Be able to get a scout next turn. The year is 3,000.
Our capital city has finished building a unit.
Okay. Here's another example of something I never need to hear again. Thank you so much. All right, Scout, where are you going to go? Oh, we are at the bottom of the world. Yeah, she's evil, for sure. She's one of these nagging women types. Now, we see a border here of one of our opposing civilizations. I believe this is China based on the colors, but I could be wrong. Now, normally I would build a second scout here, but I don't even think it's going to be necessary because the world is small. So we want to get away with building a worker or a settler or a monument. To me, the one that makes the most sense is a monument because we can't build anything anyway on this land right now. This is an oasis, which you can't build anything on. This is definitely not Germany. They're not green. They're gray and black, which is one of the most easily recognizable color combinations in the game. So that just proves Yasser's point not to listen to you. But anyway, we're going to continue on here. Yep, China.
你好，我是女皇帝武则天。中国追求和平，以谋求自身发展。人不犯我，我不犯人。
See, I didn't need you to be that loud, though, when you said it, though. Does that make sense? That's just not good diplomacy. Like, don't you think, like, I don't care. She's doing the whole, like, blinking pretty girl thing to me. And she's, you know, like, blinking slowly at me, like, you know, doing the pretty girl thing. But the loud voice kind of sets the whole thing back. Like, girl, like, don't be such a pick-me, you know? So she said Shama. So there's Beijing.
Excuse me.
So this is saying if you wish to communicate with a civilian or a civilization or a city-state again, yeah, this is something we know as well. That never needs to be shown again. So this is a problem. They're going to come kill us. As soon as they can, they will come kill us.
Thou shalt not muzzle
I have
youngsters
some
when he treadeth
information
out
that
the
may be
law.
of use.
Okay, keeping your citizens happy is key to a productive civilization. Citizens produce unhappiness, while luxury resources and some buildings produce happiness to counteract it. Trying to keep your civilization happy to keep it healthy. So that's something that we can also say thank you, we don't need to ever see again. So we know we can build a caravan. And we know about the additional trade route. So we're going to say thank you for the info and then say goodbye to that information forever. I'm better at explaining whatever the game is trying to explain anyway than the game is. So so let's focus just a bit. So we're stuck. So here's the border of Venice right here. This is the classic Venetian purple. We cannot go this way because they're blocking this off. So we may be completely stuck. So this is this is something that we might be stuck on in a certain sort of, from a certain point of view. I want this mountain more than anything. We're going to rush the settler. See if we can get it.
The haft of the arrow had been feathered with one of the eagle's own plumes.
Unfortunately, we do need to also build the Temple of Artemis. It's a wonder that many civilizations don't go for, though, for multiple reasons. We could settle here, if that's far enough away, or we could settle here on the bananas. Or no, we need to settle here on these. This looks like the spot we're going to do. So, and I'm torn. I kind of want to go back and forth. I kind of want to do one turn temple, one turn settler. So adopting a policy is great. We're always going to do
I have some information that may be of use.
This is, again, another thing that I know again. So we're going to say thank you, and we're going to ask her not to repeat herself. China. So there is Venice. Now, the one benefit of playing against Venice and knowing what Venice can do is that they can never build another city. And the only way for them to ever get another city is to buy a city-state, which they ain't gonna do. What's China gonna do? This is how important this is that I'm delaying my Temple of Artemis to get it. That's how important it is. Do we want to buy tiles? We might need to buy that mountain, so let's not. We need to get the settler out. See, you fucking faggot. How about never come back here again? Ever. Ever think about that?
我的朋友，你认为这个要求能接受吗？
So this is a good deal for me. I'm going to accept that. She just wants to put an embassy here and give me money. So I'd be happy to take your money, sweetheart. We are now out of space to explore. We can't go. You know what? We're going to pivot. We have to pivot our build order. We're literally going to have one marsh to build a polder on. We might not even get. Is that worth the 2 extra food compared to rushing the sea? Well, there is another one up here. And there are some. You know what? Never mind. It does make sense to do that first. Still. But we're going to just chill at Yasser's palace.
Sta offerta non sarà valida per tanto tempo.
Yeah, that's
Ti
fine.
segue.
I'll take that deal. That's a great deal for me. Another policy, we are going to adopt aristocracy. This is going to increase the rate we can build our wonders. Pantheon founded. Someone's producing faith at this point in the game. The wheel. China has basically tied for first the most warriors. Compared to our 38, though, it's not that big of a difference.
Wisdom and virtue are like the 2 wheels of a cart.
We also want that settler, though, so we're going to just switch back and forth between the different things. Hopefully I don't regret doing this. I don't know if anybody else does this in their games, but yeah, so that's the entirety of the amount of world that we can explore at this moment. Nothing else we can do. I should have said thanks, but it's okay. We'll do nothing. Let's switch on back to our Temple of Artemis. Someone's already in the classical era. Yasser's palace has grown. The benefits of Temple of Artemis are lessened because I know I'm not going to be able to get that many cities out unless we go military. Now, trust and believe, I do not want to... We are going to do this to get to this shit faster. It is such an awkward tech tree. It's so awkward. 8 turns on the Temple of Artemis then. 7 turns on the Temple of Artemis. 2 turns on our settler. We're gonna let the settler finish this next turn and get right in the Temple of Artemis. The game is
You can
suggesting
found a new
exactly
city
what I
with your
wanted
settler.
to. Sweetheart.
Move your settler to a fertile location and found a new city.
Okay. I know. Thanks so much, babe. Never say that to me again. 6 turns on the Temple of Artemis. Yes, if you do pay, I can play my game. So that's what we're waiting for. Great library has been built. Very sad. Very sad. What are we gonna do? Getting body blocked by fucking China here.
Your settler is alone outside your borders and could be captured.
I know, my friend. Okay, I think we made it. Let's see. So we're gonna settle. And even though it's a useless tile, we are gonna immediately buy this mountain because we need it. And is there a luxury that we want to snap away from? Not here. Is there one here? Is grabbing that wheat worth it? No, I'd rather save the gold, especially when we don't have a worker yet. I'm thinking about stealing this Venetian worker here. Let's have a little use for our scout, since we can't use him to scout. Very happy with my decision to not build that second scout like I normally do. Now they might come on with this sort of, next turn they're going to have this sort of like these strong words for me here about how I can't settle near them ever again, or they're going to kill me in real life. And I'm like, brother, be less cringe, We are going to try to steal this Venetian worker here, like I said. Right out from under his nose.
Not so much
The land near your city could be made more productive. Build a worker to improve your territory.
Oh, yes, you're going to call in? I got to set that up real quick then. Hold on 1 second, guys. If Yasser calls in, we're going to get double the pay, dude. Yasser's about to save this stream, dude. We don't have to play fucking Civilization 5 anymore. Holy crap. It's like, what do I have to do? Get on my fucking hands and knees and beg? Oh, he's not talking about right now, so I don't even need to. Well, I should just get it up anyway in case anybody calls. I do put the number in every description anyway. I want to rock right now. I want to rock right now. Where did I already have it open? No, I didn't. Google. Okay, Google. It's so weird that he's saying he wants you to call, because it's like Yasser is not scared to call at all. Like Yasser would call every day if he wanted to. Raid Shadow, what is up? Raid Shadow, what is up? My password? Well, that's easy. It's alligator6. Nobody look up my password, okay? Alligator6. Yeah, that's right. No. Yep. No calls. No calls, unfortunately. Now keep in mind, folks, if you do call in, the number, of course, is written in the description of every video and stream, but it's very quickly 760-8922746. That number again is 760-8922746. 2746. So just making sure y'all understand that right now. Just letting y'all know. Just letting y'all know. Letting y'all know before I wake the sleeping dragon. Let's choose production. Hanging Gardens is just an obvious follow-up here. Hanging Gardens is sort of like Hanging Gardens and Temple of Artemis is sort of my cheat code for this game. Getting those two is really what it's all about. If I can get Hanging Gardens, Petra, and Temple of Artemis, and Colossus, and Yasser's Palace, we win the game. Period. Now I could, let's save the game here, because I'm going to do something I might regret, which is we are going to, in a year 2200 BC, steal a Venetian worker.
Capisve ai vostri propositi, ma sa presto, amigo mio.
He said, a mi amigo, I think. So we did lose that gold per turn that we were given by William, but we kind of had to do this. We need a worker in order to improve some of these resources to... now, we can't do any of the luxury ones because we don't have any of the requisite techs. So that is kind of a flaw in my plan. And I have no reason to stop doing currency and then guilds. So do we want to pick up mining super fast to get gold? Which is only 4. We could double gold, trade 1 to China, maybe. China, do you have any... No, you don't have any luxury resources. Beijing. Kind of interesting that our... that we've trapped this Venetian warrior here, sort of in this really unfavorable position. This guy's not getting home for sure. Let's see what happens.
Приветствую тебя, незнакомец. Если твой ум и так сравним с твоими прекрасными, мы замечательно поладим.
If you wish to make your citizens
So this is Russia.
Order your workers to build.
Okay. Thanks, sweetie. You talked over me speaking of Russia. That was just a kind of a really cringe move. Now, how in the world did a Russian warrior get over here? Okay, we're going to run
One
a
of
bay.
your combat units is near an enemy unit.
And we are not pivoting because we won't even finish, at this rate, we're not even going to finish Hanging Gardens in time to start building Petra. We also do not have this desert tile, which is another requirement. So we have to buy this tile just to make sure we have it. We could buy another tile if we want. What else are we going to use the gold for? How about some wheat to expand our growth? We're going to come here for the final blow.
Как тебе
Sure.
понравится?
No problem, sweet. Oh, how did that happen? Now wait just a cotton picking minute here. Did he not follow? Oh, I'm not. Follow me. Follow me. So that didn't work. So we did net 1 warrior's worth of damage to Venice in this war. Great Lighthouse has been taken out of the playing field. I'm going to do an experiment here. We're going to build more cities. Let's see if this works. Legalism. I know I've already tested this, so I know it works. But legalism, we get, of course, 2 buildings in each of our... Why didn't that happen? That monument was free. This monument... We didn't get anything in here. We just got a monument in Amsterdam. And we're about to see if it retroactively works. If we're going to build another city, do we get another? Do we get another? Do we get the other 2 retroactively? Does it work? Come Kind of no reason for the war to continue, but we will continue the war here. See if he does anything. See if he tries anything, you know. See if he goes for it. Make my day, bitch. Make my day, Dondolo. Hey, yo, Dondolo. Make my day, bitch. They already have an embarkation, which means they researched sailing.
今天怎么样
It does make sense given the fact that they're a coastal city. Kind of want this more floodplains. It's 70. What about over here? Can we grab this floodplain? This one makes more sense, I think. It's just one step closer to that. We really want Petra. We need Petra. So. Let's go back up to Venice, see if we can't take his worker again. Just to be funny. Next turn. Next turn. Next turn. So he's going to give me 2 gold per turn for peace. I'm like, yep, all right. So we're stuck. We're stuck again. We're stuck like not being able to do anything. Stuck not being able to do anything at all. Just going to have to just...
Sta offerta non sarà valida per...
He's giving us now 3 gold per turn. Now he's giving us 3 gold per turn. I'll just do the music for you since it's off. Build a worker. I don't disagree. I mean, it's the only thing we can really do here. In let's rename this city. Let's rename it to Bingo is a liar. Yeah. And yeah, we'll build a worker in Bingo is a liar. Even though I don't even want to do that. Better is 4 turns left on Yasser Palace. Some people would argue I should switch to building Petra here. I'm tempted. 3 turns on Hanging Gardens. Yasser's Palace demands silver.
Ja, Kazimierz Wielki, witam cię na ziemiach Wielkiego Królestwa Polskiego.
Kind of aggressive. There's nothing to really do, you know what I mean? In this
Jak ci się podoba, moja?
particular instance, there is nothing to do. Yeah.
I think that if ever a mortal heard the word of God, it would be in a garden at the cool of the day.
Beautiful. That's like gonna, I mean, our population is just gonna be out of control. Out of control, dog. Now, we have a worker coming out. That's gonna happen in 4 turns. Let's make a pit stop to mining now that we're building Petra. I feel confident. We'll do the unhappiness because we need to right now. Just to be net neutral. Unfortunately, there's somebody with 19 production, and we have 8.5, losing only to an unmet player, which I don't think got to found a capital. Looks like one player did not get to found a capital this game. So there's that. So back to getting my boulders, which is what I want more than anything. Guilds.
Your people.
Thanks for the info. Never talk to me again, buddy. We have mining. We're going to get this gold. We're going to trade it away. We're going to try to trade it away.
Здравствуй.
Hopefully we can trade it to somebody.
Saluti.
Nobody's going to give me their last
Поздравим.
assault, I don't think. But yeah,
今天
China's going to attack us at some point. Trust me about that. Now, what to build? Here, it does make sense, I think, to do a market. It also does make sense to do a caravan. Send ourselves an internal trade route. However, now 12 turns. Yeah, let's do caravan. Well, we don't have granaries anywhere. So it's not like we can even do that.
Как тебе понравится?
However, notice she always says cock. Now, I see a Venetian cargo ship here. We could have checked this in a different menu, but, you know, the overworld works best for this example. I'm going to build a mine here to get that gold going. So, right now I'm noticing this Venetian cargo ship. This obviously came from Venice. There's only one city that Venice can have, and that is Venice. It's just a quirk that they possess. And we know we can come through here because how else would the ship get from Venice all the way to Yasser's palace? So that's kind of comforting. It means we can leave the sea of our coastal city here. Got 840 years before the birth of Christ. We have 800 years before the birth of Christ coming up, guys. Religion in this game,
I have some information that may be of use.
we're looking at 2 religions that can be founded. Somebody already has a pantheon. I don't think we're going to get a religion this game. That's just the reality of the situation. It's like, sorry. More floodplains. Let's get this one here. I want this one. And then what other floodplains are there around? Is this a floodplain? No, it's a hill and grassland. This is a marsh. This is a marsh, people. Earth tones, people. Earth tones. Browns and beige. Also getting traded to from Poland. So Poland is close enough to us to be able to trade to Yasser Palace, which is interesting. Why don't we build a route to Yasser Palace? That's a smart move. If somebody else had a second thing, I mean, I would love to trade my gold for like a silk, but none of them are going to do it. None of them are going to do it, especially not you. Remember when I failed to take his soup? He said soup.
今天怎么样?
So let's go next. So we're friends with Russia. We went to war with Venice, but it seems there's no consequences for doing that. They don't even mind. So for every for every source of gold and silver, of which there are 2. No, this is not in the bounds of the city because it's blacked out, right? So maybe only 1. We can do the calculation right now. We're producing 2 gold because of this resource being improved, which is 2 gold. We could build a mint and do an experiment to see if we gain 2 gold or 4 gold. Although mine is not set up, so it's not a good comparison. We finished the caravan though, which is cool. And maybe another worker does kind of tickle me. It's not something I normally do. But But we're in a very strange game. So when you're in a strange game, what do? You behave strangely. So Bingo is a liar, and we are going to have Bingo is a liar go straight to Venice. Make us some money. Make me some money, though. No, but we're going to make a little bit of kashish. Immediately, let's go in on those polders. We're going to switch to Machu Picchu here, about to finish Petra, which is just the bee's knees. Religion founded.
Who drinks the water I shall give him, says the Lord, will have a spring inside him, welling up by eternity.
It's unbelievable. I mean, that's just an unbelievable wonder. It's beyond words. It's beyond words. Bingo is a liar to Beijing is our next spot. It doesn't make enough, though, to justify not just sending it right away from Yasser's palace. We could afford to switch to a worker here. Should we let this finish? Or should we build Machu Picchu? I'm thinking Machu Picchu. Personally. Hopefully nobody else is building that. We basically got to it as fast as we could. We did pit stop for mining. But, yeah, no. Now, the next thing I think we're going to make a beeline for is this Dutch sea beggar. This is going to let us break through here, start taking some cities, build some granaries, because we're going to research pottery and calendar. And Azal sings as well. Be our guest. Be our guest. You are fucking the test. Reformation belief added to the religion.
Shall the clay say?
So Eastern Orthodoxy, and they already have a Reformation belief. It's like,
He who commands the sea has command of everything.
So we're going to let this worker finish and then, of course, build a cargo ship at Yasser's palace. So this worker is headed straight for the nearest marsh or floodplain, which by my eye looks to be equidistant, but we'll just start with this one. Is there any shot that we're going to be the second one? Beliefs. Other people already have pantheons. That means that they're producing faith. We're not. We're never going to make any progress in the faith department. We're not going to have a religion. We are not the chosen people. So I think a granary makes sense. I think a cargo ship makes sense. I think a trireme makes sense. No, a trireme does not make sense. We do not have passage through Venice. A workboat even makes sense as well. I think a granary does the most things, though. Especially considering we do have wheat and banana. Wish I could build it in Bingo is a Liar, but we can't. We might be able to buy it, which would be cool.
Thanks to your research, all of your future.
Okay, so now we can send our scout out again since we can embark.
Military units will possess the embark promotion.
And you can also go explore. Thank you so much. I like this finishing. I want to know how much a granary would cost to buy. I think that says 250. Where are we looking to buy here, folks? I think we're going here. What will be the next tile buy? I don't know. Ooh, that's sad for me.
So teach us to number our days.
So let's finish up tradition. What's great about finishing tradition is you get 15% growth and an aqueduct in your first cities. Now, we did get a garden for free, which came from that policy. So that shows you already that it's retroactive. So we're going to finish this. Be our guest, and then of course we are going to do a polder here. It's kind of why we rushed the way that we did. We need military to defend. So this is what some of the rest of the world looks like. There is a disconnected island, and I'm going to claim it. I'm going to immediately start working on a settler. We're going to settle on this plane. You know, the good news is we're actually not locked in on this side. So city connection established. You love to see it. You love to see it. You have 86 gold coming in. We're going to go ahead and grab these bananas just in case. Just in case. Yeah. I don't know what to do in this game because it's kind of like, you know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here, guys. There's a lot going on. So we're going to build another polder here, and one final one here. Now, was rushing to get polders for this necessary? I don't know. Oh.
Dios bendiga a aquellos que lo merezcan. Soy Isabel de España.
Uh-huh. I like right here best. I would have built it here, honestly, but this is the most aggressive. So yeah, here we go. We have a polder here. And let's make another polder here. I think this is a pretty easy either workboat, cargo ship, or lighthouse choice. Let's go with or library. I think we are going to go with we're going to go with what are we going to go with? Probably a workboat. Grab those fish. 73 gold, 37 gold dysgraphia. Sorry for my fucking dysgraphia. If that bothers you, you don't have to watch. Now, remember when I waged a war against you about 2,000 years ago?
Espero que este trato reciba su bendición.
Sure. So they're over here. So there was another very close land mass, and that's Madrid. We construct a polder, of course. There goes our settler. So is there any more space to settle, is the question. To get that final fourth city. Oh.
We are pleased to meet you.
You notice how she speaks English, right? Because she's English. She's like, she doesn't say all this shit, though. So are the other ones saying that shit or no? I want to rock right now. I want to rock right now. These guys are wasting my fucking time, so we're going to send them back to just make the gold loss from them lessened. It's actually right around zero, really, when you think about it. Quite honestly. Cargo ship, workboat, cargo ship, workboat, lighthouse, cargo ship, workboat, lighthouse, cargo ship, lighthouse, workboat. I think maybe workboat again. As ridiculous as that sounds. So me and Russia and Venice have formed a little coalition.
There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance.
Well said, Holder. Yes, we have a little. What? Look at that. Spain is also.
Your people are no longer happy.
So we got to be thinking about these luxuries, getting on these luxuries. We can now get these bananas because we have the. Well, grab this. I think is more this than this, though. I'd like this to not happen. So, if this was about to go, I would have to grab this no matter what. And it would be a lot. I never like being locked in. In a game, in real life, it doesn't matter. I don't want to get locked in. If you know what I mean. We are going to need another workboat, but not right this minute. So I don't think that's a good choice. I think a lighthouse or a cargo ship. And my choice is +1 food, +7 food in 3 turns, +1 food in 3 turns, plus the investment. I'm going to go with a cargo ship. And this new city, of course, is going to be called Redtopia. Okay, so that's Redtopia, of course. Everybody knows that. That's Redtopia. Redtopia is going to produce for itself none other than a granary. Ten turns until we build Machu Picchu. Let's get this workboat over this way. We can't. Have a misplay on my part there. So there's something about this that we don't understand. It's likely an ocean that we can't traverse yet.
أنا السلطان مراكش أحمد المنصور باسم الشعب ديالي كنرحب بكم.
Now things got interesting because now Yasser's in the game. I need some Nintendo 64 era camels in the background here. كمل. Okay, great engineer. Now, we have a choice, of course, to make this guy finish Machu Picchu, which would lessen the thing by... It wouldn't finish it that turn either, keep that in mind. So it would be finishing and... It wouldn't be finishing. I think it makes more sense to just build a manufactory. That's the direction I've been going as of late. You need these nanners. Yep. So Morocco, Russia, Venice, and Spain are friends with the Dutch in a mega alliance where they all are buddies together. I want to rock right now. I want to rock right now. I only buy tiles that affect the growth of my opponents, if you know what I mean. So this is Leonardo da Vinci. Can't clear this because we don't have bronze working, of course. So we can make that doubly productive. Where is this guy going? He's going right here, and you're going right here, and you're going to build a manufactory. We've got how many turns left? We've got 5 turns left. 5 turns left. So we're going to build a manufactory. We're going to make sure that that's always being prioritized by our capital. Unfortunately, these tiles are so expensive. Wish there was another place to settle right here, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Redtopia did get an aqueduct and a monument. What is our next policy going to be? I'd like to do exploration because it leads to these two, which we're going to benefit from both of those. I would finish this whole thing except for this one. But if you're going to finish all of those with this one, you might as well finish that one too, because it means you can get a... See all the hidden antiquity sites? We can go for the National Epic. We can go for the Oracle. This helps us. This helps us. I wonder what's going on in the world. I like the idea of double. Nope, that was not from. We still haven't gotten our free building, culture building in Yasser Palace yet. Is it because there's no free culture building to put in Yasser Palace? We can't do these bananas because we don't have the ability to clear jungle yet because it's locked behind bronze working, which we have not done. We have to just pivot to masonry for one turn. You've seen this technique before, I believe. We're going to feed Redtopia. Do you have one more polder to build there? I take it back. Now that I'm hearing this song, we're going to switch back to this. All right, here we go. Masonry is done. That's going to help stop the bleeding. We also need to be able to clear jungle, so we're going to go ahead and get bronze working. We're going to go ahead and get bronze working. We have a nice little civilization here. We're, you know, not the biggest main city, but that will change over time as we have two of the biggest population grossing resources in the game.
Few romances can ever surpass that of the granite citadel on top of the beetling precipices of Machu Picchu, the crown of Inca land.
That's what I'm talking about. The faith is coming a little late because there's no way we're going to get a religion, right? Yeah, we already lost. Can't do that. So Protestants and Eastern Orthodox. At least it's all Christian. Choose production. The mausoleum would be a great idea. But it would make more sense to build it here. Probably. Let's see. I understand why it's suggesting the mint. I want to do a granary.
Would you be interested in
Yeah, sure. Where are you? Oh, wow. Interesting. So London's up there. So we've got 3 land masses, it looks like. Choose production. Mausoleum. If we can get away with it. Mausoleum, 100%. Paging Dr. Mausoleum. Paging Dr. Mausoleum. Damn it. I don't know if I could have prevented that or not. Connecting this is maybe too important to give up. Chop down these. Get these other bananas too. Get the deer and all of this going. That's going to really help improve research agreement. Nobody talked to me. Nobody talked to me at all. You guys could have been like, yo, we're teaming up to do some research. What do you think? Oh, well, if you guys, I mean, if you want me to join in, yeah, I mean, cool, you know? It gave me a fucking amphitheater as soon as it could. That's so interesting. How do you play a game for 950 hours and you still don't know stuff about it? Explain that one. Genius. Or don't. Lighthouse, I think. Where are you, buddy? Oh my gosh. How many land masses are there? Okay, interesting. Let's build some more nanners. Anyone have a fucking luxury resource already?
Hello again.
Like a second one?
Go ahead.
Let me just do this.
Would you be interested
I don't
in
know
a
about
trade
that,
agreement?
sweetie. That's a little bit fucking ridiculous. I think you're a bitch. I've never told you this, but I think you're actually kind of a cunt. And I mean it. She's friendly with us, which is crazy. Tahiti. Nobody is going to be able to trade. They're not going to trade our last unit. They're not, you know, I don't know. Like, what would be an example of a civilization that this applies to? The Netherlands? Games where you don't have religion is always a weird feeling because you're like, wait, what am I doing? You know? Still workboat. So now we can send to Yasser Palace, and I think we will. I don't care about the gold. 100, 125. One of those two is going to be next.
The whole earth is the tomb of heroes.
Guys, can everyone stop making fucking research agreements without me? Spain and Russia, Venice and Russia. I'm the only one who's not getting asked. It's because I don't have the money, that's why. Plus, have I researched the tech? Yeah, I don't have the tech to do research agreements anyway, so that's another reason they're leaving me out of their little discussions. So in Yasser Palace here, we're going to do a lighthouse. Grab this. He's encroaching on my lands. I'm a liar. That's what the Huns say when you talk to me. He says, I'm a liar. Great Mosque of Degen. What a fucking dumb, stupid wonder. It does not make any sense to adopt exploration because we don't care about the naval site and we don't care about the naval movement. But it's going to lead to these, and we're just waiting on Renaissance anyway, which is going to happen once we hit astronomy. And we're so far away from the Forbidden Palace, we don't even want to think about it. How are we winning? How are we going to win this game? Because we do have to win. This is not a special challenge. We're actually trying to win. Yep, I think this has to be it. It's so painful, but you have to do it sometimes. You just have to do it. I have not seen a single barbarian in this game, which is so funny. Yeah, I guess it's time to get our libraries up now. Get the National College Tech going. I'm going to build a lighthouse first here and then get to the library. Yes, of course, let's work together, babe. Spy. Immediately going to send it to Yasser Palace because we don't want to be fucking with that at all. Bingo is a liar. He says, So I finished that. This is when we start getting into the next stage of stuff, because now we're building markets. Got to walk before you can run, you know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to this harbor tech. We can get Redtopia into the fold here. Plantation there, Bing there. Conveniently was able to immediately pick up that iron that we don't even need, but we're going to get frigates, so it's going to be cool. I like an amphitheater here more than a library, but we're going to do a library first because it's all going to finish at the same time that way if we do, because there's nothing else to build here. 4 turns on there, 7 turns, 7, 9. No, it's not going to work. I'd love to have a 4th city, but somebody built the terracotta army. Not sure what that is meant to represent to us. So it looks like we're in a really interesting spot because now we can start building the Writers Guild and the Artists Guild. We're going to have an Oxford eventually, so we'll eventually be able to do the writing slot game that you have to do where you shuffle your fucking things with your opponent. Ridiculous. So let's go ahead and grab these sheep and these horses and this wheat and that banana, and we'll move on to Redtopia's land. So I think is the opposite order of how you should do it. However, cargo ship food trade is so powerful that you increase your population so much just by doing that. Very quiet game. As far as I know, I'm the only group of... They have 1,837 gold. 2 people with 10 and 0 gold, respectively. Someone is just not a player in this. Someone's just a non-factor, basically. Trapping is coming up, which is great to hear. We need that for the deer. Chichen Itza being built sucks. It just sucks. Lots of things we want here. I think amphitheater somehow makes the most sense. No, cargo ship makes the most sense. How long has that been going for? No, that just happened. Harbor is going to be the next thing we build in Redtopia and the Acid Palace. We're going to do the cargo ship here. So choose production here is going to be a national college. Way more important than getting a fucking city connection. 10 turns anyway. Yeah. This game is just about science. I don't know what the creators were trying to say by making that the truth, but that is the truth. Black borders here. So that's the black borders of whom? Anyone we know? Black borders? That coloration is not from somebody we've met. Get the sheep. We buying anything? We got some money. Our tile buying days are over. Let's buy a building somewhere. Let's buy a... Can't afford a building anywhere yet. Nothing helpful. At least. Great Wall. So now he's not going to let anybody come and fuck with him. Very sad that we couldn't have started working on this Chichen Itza, but what are you going to do? Everyone heard him say fuck, right? Just making sure everyone heard him say fuck. Who is the strongest culturally in this game?
Here is something.
Thank you so much, honey. We know. We've played this game a couple of hours, so we know what's going on. What was I looking for? You distracted me. I'm looking for this menu. Where's the culture again? Does it show you culture? We're the worst in approval. Oh, because we're at 9 unhappiness. How's that possible? That's a yikes from me. Choose production. Silly. We can get into silly shit now. We can start building like an amphitheater. We can start building. Let's build a stable. %. Let's build a stable. Cargo ship. Feed Redtopia. Yes, sweetie.
The only thing that saves us from the bureaucracy is...
We are at -10. We are at -10 unhappiness. We are going to have to dip into construction to get some coliseums. We have nothing to build here. Nothing. We got nothing to build here. It's a problem. No.
3 things are to be looked to.
Choose research. Alhambra's right there, but we can't do it. Alhambra's the most important. Alhambra is the most important wonder in the game. Bar none, and it's not close. There's not another luxury I can get that I don't already have one of. So there's that. 4 bananas. Oh, rebels. Ugh. Rebels. Yep, just gonna have to pump out some Coliseums because this unhappiness situation isn't changing anytime soon, so we will build some wheat. Oh boy, okay, one turn till we get that Coliseum. We'll build one here too, and one here.
Did you?
We might even consider doing the rest of the happiness buildings. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. The next happiness building is Notre Dame. Oh, it is though. We're almost there. We're almost to navigation. We're almost to Dutch Sea Beggar. Some very important wonders getting left on the table to rush astronomy. So, kind of cringe. Leaving myself open for some research agreements. Luckily, we can now switch to getting these universities and stuff up. So let's do that for sure. Forbidden Palace.
Espero que este trato reciba su bendición.
I like how she talks. Adopt policy. We're definitely going to go with the unhappiness, the happiness one, just to cull the bleeding a little bit. Even though I want to do the production one. Bourbador, great wonder. Not one we could build this game because we are unreligious. We're a-religious. Yeah, this unhappiness thing has just completely fucked us. I want to, take Beijing. I want to take Beijing for sure. I may leave Venice as an ally. We might go domination, but I'm not sure yet. Domination is the quickest way to win. So, in that way, it is the best first one to go for. It is the best one to go for because it nets you the fastest victory. But there are many civilizations in this game. We would have to capture so many of them. Let's see how many are on the coast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a good start. Domination might be the way. Domination might just be the way. Domination might just be the way. I think it is actually the way. It'd be so fun to take over all these civs. One thing that's like immediately giving me pause is I'm like, wait a minute, what happened to those other civilizations? I'm gonna get up for a stretch break very soon. It's a good place to point out that we are now out of useful things to build. Like it's between a barracks and wealth. We're going to take Beijing, so with ships. So we'll start with the barracks. We'll also be able to, in 2 turns, go into oceans, build an observatory in Bingo as a liar, get a caravel. Maybe be the first to discover everybody. Who knows? Circus Maximus is interesting, but not as interesting as a university, and not as interesting as a university here as well. So we will build a Circus Maximus in Yasser Palace. Sistine Chapel. So Yasser, this game is going for a cheeky little So they have a lot. So they're trying to do the whole thing. Seeing how much you're willing to give up. Because you have a lot of gold. How about you give me 2,000 gold for it, since you're so desperate? Yeah, how about you give me 300 gold, and you give me 5 gold per turn? 200 for this and iron. Oops, should have negotiated more. 300 and 500 and some gold.
I have some information that may be of use.
Yeah, thanks. What can we buy? It makes sense to buy. Probably. A market here to get East India Company? Who's trading with me? And where? What else to spend? What else can we spend this gold on? 500 gold? I have a market there yet, huh? Interesting. Why did I build that market? Why did I buy that market? Money makes money, that's my idea, blah, 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 blah. Bingo's a liar. It's probably going to have positive happiness pretty soon. Which is very nice. So we get these deer and these sheep and this marble. Unfortunately, we're not building anything that I want to rush. You get one production, but you get more production if you knock the forest down first, right? I think. It's the only thing about this game that has no answer that I can understand, at least. Once we get these frigates online and this Dutch sea beggar and all of this naval warfare stuff, we are gonna fucking rip it and grip it and hunters in the snow. Generating tourism, of course. Now who's, oh boy. Uh-oh. Another manufactory that we're gonna lock in forever. Choose production. We're gonna go with a mint because we might as well. Or should we do this? I don't know. Why don't we send our scout out? Since we're about to send a caravel out too. Here it makes sense to do a market so we can do the East India Company or circus because we're going to need the happiness eventually anyway. So let's do that. Who cares about the East India Company? Oh. Okay, Anouk. That's Anouk. Chop down the forest first, of course. So we have this caravel. We're going to go with, of course, naval units. I don't know. We do see another caravel right there. Carthage is sending out their boats. Throw that mint in there. These borders are intense. We have not met this person who is touching us right here, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah. Set embassy? Sure, yeah, where are you in the world? Carthage? Oh. Okay. Pakal is in this game. Carthage is up there. Everything is on a coast. Now, build the Galleus because we know we can upgrade it, I guess. This one's going to be a market just to get the East India, even though it doesn't really help us. So Ramahang's in here. Amphitheater for sure. Oh! Stop yelling. They're literally yelling at me, bro. So there's Attila's court. They are pretty unit heavy. Deer camp. Let's get this marble. And then you want to be doing naval units. I think. We can upgrade you. Oh, he's stomping. Let's do Oxford. Which city is sort of nearest to the most civs? I think here. Like, you could argue either of these two. Beijing is sitting at 17. So we finally got our Dutch sea beggar, which is just the bee's knees. Colossus was already built, I think. Alhambra was not, though, which is fucked up. To tempt me with that is just really... It's a hard pill to swallow. Let me see. I just want to double check. Wait, no. Yeah, you built Colossus. Did anyone build... Alhambra? Let's just check. Let's just double check. No, nobody built Alhambra. Is that what I want to go from here? Yeah. It's either that or Notre Dame. This is just faster in multiple ways. Let's upgrade to a frigate. We can only have 2 frigates. Kind of slows us down for any domination victory that I could be planning. Choose production. East India Company for sure. Bingo is a liar. Bingo is a liar is going to make us money unlike the real Bingo. Pakal is a threat to the stability of this world. The time has come to deal with him once for all. Give us 10 turns to repair, please. Where is Pakal? Oh. Hello. Hello. Okay, so the World Congress was founded. Who found everybody first? Who found everybody first? It was who? Who was it? Who was it? We are vastly ahead in points compared to everybody else. Just pointing that out. It was Yasser. Yasser did it. Yasser did it. Wait, maybe it wasn't. It was Yasser did it, but Catherine built the Forbidden Palace, I guess. I'm not sure. So the frigate can go out and explore, I guess. Yes, quarry. Although we want to kind of start moving towards China here. Or do we even want to Yeah, well, they do have sugar. And we did this whole thing in order to get the Dutch Seebecker. So we finished chivalry. Is Oxford more important than starting Alhambra? Let's try to get Notre Dame too. We can. If we can. If we can. And nobody's done Notre Dame, so.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement?
No. Oh, that's Russia.
Instrumental.
Where is Pakal? Where's Pakal? Pakal is... Who got the shaft? It's Japan. Japan has no capital. Oh, this is such a volatile world. I'll go to war with Pakal. Let's save just to make sure we have this ready to go. Get some sheep. Start feeding Redtopia, huh? What are we going to spend all this money on? Not going to spend it on here. Maybe buy a Dutch Seebecker. Is it worth it to do barracks and all the different... Where? That's way too much money. No, it's not. 480? Getting that next turn. Choose a free tech. 2 turns, 3 turns. Okay. I guess. Well, now it makes more sense to do this. Cargo ship. And actually. Yeah, so Palace, Alhambra. And then Redtopia. Yeah, we're wanting seaports in all these places too. That's the next step. Yes, let's work together. I promise I won't ever kill you again. I want full possession of my island. That's the next thing I want. Well, trade routes. All of them are going internally. And the only ones that we aren't doing are things like Redtopia to somewhere else. So he's trying to make us kill Dido. So the world wars are about to begin. Now, Venice does have a second city. It's Zanzibar, which used to be a city-state that he has taken over and possessed. Unfortunately, Japan was not able to settle. So they're going to have, influence insofar as they can vote in the Congress. Oh, someone's hurting Constantinople. Who? Are they at war? Choose production. Do we start Notre Dame in an unoptimal position here? How long will this take? 11 to 22? That's already... How long will this take? 7. 3 plus 7 is 10. 11. It's almost the same. Almost the same. Next up is a workshop. Because we want to get... Is this a Prora game or a Liberty game? I think it's a Prora game. I think it's an autocracy game. So when you think about it that way, we want to go for that next. And so this is the path that we're going towards. We also want this. But it all starts with printing press, so let's just do that, and we'll finish that. We'll just finish that, and then we'll think about the rest later, all right? So that's an interesting proposition. I would say I need about 10 gold per turn to justify giving this to you, but I'm going to charge you 30. What would make this deal work? How about 21 gold for gold? How about 15? How about 11? How about 10? I'm going to go to war with you soon. No! All the more reason to take you over, my dear. There's so many things we want to build. So many things. We get all sorts of the workshop though, because that kind of leads to everything else. We want to be taken. We spent all of this time getting to this Dutch sea beggar, and now we're not even making them. We're just. Oh, that is painful. That really does not feel good. That really does not feel good. That really does not feel good. No, that hurts, yeah. So let's get all of our ships grouped up. Let's get all of our ships bricked up. Got 3 turns until we can start doing the Leaning Tower of Pizza. So we got a sea beggar already, which is great. We're going to do coastal raider. The frigate's over this way. Frigate. Gag frigate. I think we got to do open borders with. Do we justify this? Where is my caravel? It's in the same place. Open borders with Madrid to get to Palenque, which we want to attack them anyway. Trade.
Saludos.
And then he says he wants to attack Dido. Dido is up there, so we don't need to think about that. Next turn. Adopt policy. This is where we go rationalism. Although we're not happy. So it was actually better to do the other. How are we so unhappy? It's because I don't have any of my happiness wonders that I usually get. So Dutch sea beggar. Where are we going with this? We're going this way. And we're getting the other frigate. Choose research. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a Prora game. Considering that, these are the next 9 techs that we have to do before we can get to flight. Gunpowder, acoustics, steel, economics, architecture. I want to go for architecture first. So getting acoustics next looks like the best option. Brazil wood. I just want to see what open borders looks like to you. Okay, good to know. Gonna do this, and you're gonna go here. Accept. Thank you so much, sweetie. We're going in the mine, we're going into the mine, we are going into the mine. 12 versus 9. Ooh, it's close. That's cool, actually. These zoos are just like gods. Ooh, I'm stomping. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. With just these 3 ships, with just these 4 ships, we could take over Palenque for sure. So we're setting ourselves up for success. It is going to be an easy naval unit, I think. In the absence of any evidence to the contrary. We're going to get the Leaning Tower of Pizza. Yeah, let's get started. So we're fighting Pakal. In order to actually do any damage to him, though, we're going to have to go through Madrid. And that requires open borders. So we'll just do a straight up trade here. We'll save in this position just to mark it. It's 1480. Chill out for a minute, guys. Notice how we're... Oh my goodness. Yeah, we want a piece of this. For sure. We want a piece of this. Keep in mind, this is one of the 2 holy cities of the game. It looks like, yeah. Wait, no, it's not. All right. How do they have a golden... How do they have a... Anyway. This is our navy. We'll be able to take Palenque pretty soon. Basically rule the whole world from Palenque. Spain has declared war on Pakal. We have a great writer. I'm going to write up that essay real quick.
And having writ, moves on.
We need another... We need a lot of stuff now. Seaport makes sense. Stable makes sense. A unit needs orders makes sense. So let's inch in towards Palenque. See what's going on here. I'm actually totally willing to leave the crossbow because... Oh, yeah. That chunk, baby. Keep in mind, this is a safe attack. But, you know, you didn't hear that from me. Oh, he wants me to go after Dido too. I don't know. Can anyone get to Dido? How do you get to Carthage from here? I think I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. So we can begin the assault on Palenque. Let's go ahead and attack this here. Is this what I want to do? Thank you so much. And it's a costly attack. We could go back in 6 turns. I don't want to do that. Let's get this money, though. What do we want to spend our money on? We want to spend our money on something that makes us money. We want to spend our money on something that gets us happiness. We want to spend our money on zoo. It's unbelievable that we're this happiness crippled. We trade open borders with Russia. We kind of need to get to China. It'll be the perfect opportunity to get to China after we... Why am I going after China? We got Chichen Itza and Notre Dame. Say less. Do I start attacking? You know what, sweetie? I would love so much if we could have open borders betwixt us.
Как тебе понравится, если я предложу такой вариант?
Oh my gosh. How about I give you 1 gold per turn, honey? Let's not go crazy here. You're not that cute. I mean, you're alright. But so let's just do a straight up open borders treaty here so I can just come in and rush and grab what I want. Maybe look at this. Nah. Different eras and civilizations other than the city on it. We'll figure that out later. Are you serious? I'm taking Venice too. It didn't finish. What was it? 1 turn a fucking way? You're joking with me, right? That makes me want to scream so loud that everybody in the whole town can hear. I don't know how to process that in my feelings. We lost the Leaning Tower of Pisa to Venice, the workshop. We're just getting ourselves ready to build the Taj Mahal. Yeah, let's get started, whatever. Whoo! So much for a safe attack. Goodness me. Fucking stupidest unique unit. A Dutch sea beggar. Who gives a fuck? So this island's done. So we're going to start working on the rest of our stuff. I think mines make sense. Wow. So what do we want to do? Do we want to go... Bank is least concern. Harbor is second least concern. Gardens second least concern. Mint is least concern. Opera House is genuinely the best choice. No, cargo ship. This is just in preparation. Almost going to stand up and take a little stretch break real quick. We are at war with Dido, but we wouldn't even know it. We have a caravel serving the exact same function that a... You know, that deal was kind of good for you, so we're going to walk away from that deal. The new going rate is 500. Yeah, some palace is getting fed, getting bread. I get fed, I get head. Yeah. So we need a zoo. So we built one. Next to How much gold are you willing to pay per turn? Would you be willing to pay 10 gold per turn? How about 9 gold per turn? Would you be willing to pay that? How about 8 gold per turn? Would you be willing to pay that? Okay, good to know. I don't understand how it can go back and forth like that. That's fucking crazy. I mean, that's fucking crazy. It's fucking nuts. No, it is. No. Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah. No, I will say that I will stand by that. Do I make this one more productive? This is 47. This one is 29. Or do I make this one more productive and make this one 29? have myself a secondary capital over here. I mean, kind of makes sense to me. It also kind of doesn't, though. How about a barracks? Get some other ones going, start sending them the other way. Be okay with losing them? I don't know. Oh. Good to know. That's mahal. Can't risk it. Can't risk it. Gotta just go. Go. Oi! I don't want to lose the opportunity of getting this. Porcelain Tower is interesting. We do have research agreements. Let's go see Beggar. I'm feeling nuts. I'm feeling up in them nuts. Obviously, the next most important one for flight is going to be economics or scientific theory. What makes more sense to do first? Well, we like the windmill, but we really like the public school. I don't know. I guess economics first. So we should have gone for this sooner. Should have gone for that almost right away. From a certain point of view, we should have gone for that right away. Don't take Palenque this turn. That's all I need. Don't take Palenque. Because I want it for me. Look at that. We can't get it. If we had a sea beggar, we would. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, really shouldn't. Would you be willing to, no? Oh, right, that's a no. That's a definite no. No, Yasser, don't say shit like that, man. That really hurt my feelings. I don't want you to not be on the earth. Yasser, can you tell us what he's saying real quick? What's he saying?
تحياتي.
What is Tayeti? What does that mean? What is Tayeti? What does that mean? What is Tayeti? It sounds sweet. It sounds like he's being sweet. lemonade is so tasty. How did they invent that fucking shit, man? Tayeti. 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 You know what's so funny is we fucking... Wait a minute. We're gonna take a break real quick. That's fucking funny. Why would we want to annex this? Why would we want to annex this? We wouldn't. We would create a puppet. I'm just so curious. William controls the most capitalism. That's me, with two. Now, before you get mad at me and you get mad at me and all the rest of you get mad at me, you guys told me to fucking fight these guys. So, you can't get mad at me for that. I love lemonade so much. Our fucking trade routes got taken by fucking Carthage. And we don't even have any ships back at home. Look, she's gonna take another one. You motherfucker. I didn't even want to be in this war. Why did I agree to it? And Bingo is a liar, by the way, just letting everybody know. Let's go take Beijing, huh? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No. Okay. Okay. So that's taken care of. Should I just take Attila's court because nobody's going to care? Like people would be happy about it? Like people would thank me? Assign delegates. Choose host. I'm going to choose Catherine because she's going to win either way. So there's my act of goodwill. So we're going after China next. 我的朋友. Unless I'm mistaken, the next thing to build is a fucking cargo ship. Let's heal up. Can I build trading posts yet? That was back in guilds, so yeah. So we'll go here, and we'll go here, and we are going to take China. We'll never be able to connect it to via this little thing unless we want to start killing everybody, which is on the table. Let's save and start thinking about taking over China. Yep. We're supposed to be killing Carthage, which apparently you can do through here. There's no way. There's a potential route here, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We're very far from that too. Let's stick with what we know. I'm gonna go alert next turn. Next turn. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That is not correct. We might have to delete that unit. Winter Musketmen? Oh my gosh. Catherine's planning against us. So Remen King also is attacking her this way. So she might be able to survive. We can't build a frigate right now, but when we need to build a frigate, we're going to have to do it using iron, which means we can't have the swordsman, which means we're losing our day one, which is painful, but there's no fussing, there's no fighting. We have to just do it. Let's get a seaport going. We actually need another workboat, which I want to do first. So Yasser is talking about some seriously interesting stuff. Bingo Panda, I want you to sort of interpret it for us. You tell me what you think he's saying, and then we'll work backwards. No, I'm talking about you. Hmm? Yes, you. Is he gonna try to fucking hit this guy into here to be culturally relevant over me? I mean, that's ridiculous. Is Spain gonna try to take Palenque? Palenque. They're building a Colosseum. Assign delegates. So this is what's going on in the world. Here are the nations of Russia, who is the leader of the conference. It's taking place in Moscow. We're all getting together in Moscow to speak. All the other civilizations have 2 delegates, including ourselves. So Russia is far and away the most powerful politically right now. Oh, that's so good. I love lemonade. I love lemonade. We have Thailand, Carthage, Poland, technically Japan, England, the Netherlands, Morocco, China, Spain, Byzantium, Venice, and the Huns. Now, Yasser wants to make a bill that says any unit that you have costs money to continue to maintain. And he wants to increase the amount of money that it costs to maintain these units by 25%. So what he's basically saying is, I don't want anyone to go to war anymore in the world. I don't want to go to war, so you guys won't go to war anymore either. That's what he's saying. This is going to get shot down. There's no point in even voting for it because it's going to get shot down, even if I wanted it to be true. Even if I wanted it to be true, it's not possible to get everybody on board with that because there's gonna be too many nations that are like, no, we want to have the option of going to war. You know what I mean? Cultural heritage sites is interesting. So cultural heritage site says, "Aww, ooh, you Browns need to fight a little bit," which is something I want. I actually want that to happen. Ooh-hoo! And he is dumb, too. Now, whether or not I want to abstain or vote... Oh, make him beg. Make him beg for it, bro. Nah, but make him beg for it, bro. Why did they even denounce us? Who else denounced us? They hate warmongers. They hate warmongers. Oh, damn. Look at the way the world is split politically in this game. We have Russia and Venice and, the Huns and Morocco and Spain and me. We're all on one side, and then everybody else is either on their own or on a different side. Kind of based and red-pilled. We do want another frigate. Just straight up. Because how many sea beggars could be attacking at once? 2. Let's see if we could do it with 2 sea beggars. Let's finally put these fucking horrible, unique units to the test. Oh, they used it on China. China. Oh, can you guys have an IQ contest? Can you guys do an IQ contest real quick for me? We're going to send this, of course, to Yasser Palace. Is there any point in getting Catholicism? Let's see. Beliefs. No, Protestantism. That doesn't help us. That does help us. Interesting. So let's get some Christianity in our civilization here. We're still healing on this frigate. I guess we're going to have to do a 4-turn sea beggar here. We're a fucking sea beggar. You know you're a sea beggar when you know you're a sea beggar. You're a sea beggar. So we can make a resolution. What do you guys think is the best one to do? So everyone would be angry at us if we did this. So we want to make everyone angry. We could do that. Everyone would be happy if we did this. If we even just proposing it. Oh, dang. So I think the safe option is World's Fair. I think the spicy option is banning a luxury of a rival civilization that we care about. I think even banning city-states. You guys could do just a real quick online IQ test just to decide. Do you want me to get one for you that I trust and know? And then just whoever gets the highest one gets to be king of the castle for the rest of this season, for the rest of spring. I am going to just do the pussy move and do World's Fair, even though it's so boring to suggest that. Okay, great. Thank you. Yep. I love you too. Uh-huh. Are you serious? Okay, now I'm triple taking China. Now I'm fucking triple taking China. I need passage through Venice. Let's see how open they are to that idea. What do you want for this? How about 1 gold per turn? How open to you is this deal? Okay, it would work. Unfortunately, this has to happen. Because unfortunately, this has to happen. Ooh. I think we should have a debate between Yasser and Bingo Panda and see what happens. Who would you guys vote for personally? All of you at home. Let's do Windmill. Almost certainly. You know? As a point of fact, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I can't believe we lost. I can't believe we lost the Taj Mahal. I mean, that makes me violent. Let's just make a bunch of sea beggars and just overload Beijing, I think. Scientific theory is going to come up next. Because we want to do flight. And we're researching all this useless tech. So let's do scientific theory. Unit needs orders. I'm willing to send this. No, this is a dangerous world now. I don't want to lose our scout. Let's go ahead and. Excuse me. Let's travel through Venice up here to do it. Yeah. Should we just start the war with China? I'm getting ENC. Should we start the war with China and just kill them as hard as we can? Yes or no? Ooh. You're lucky that he's even busy right now, for real. If he wasn't busy right now... This is getting worse and worse. 1620 AD. Beijing has 3 amazing wonders. Xingya. Gems, silver, dyes. Does anyone have a second? What's wrong, bro? Why are you being mean to me?
Здравствуй.
Здравствуй.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, it's you. Nobody has a second. Shut up, bitch. Oh? Salud.
A liar.
He says, I'm a liar. I told you guys, he says, I'm a liar. He says, talk to me when you graduate from high school. Do they even have high schools in Canada? Can they start fighting already? Am I the only one who's like, can they start fighting already? Let's invade Beijing. Let's kill China. Next turn. Let's kill China. I do want this. I do want this. Let's work together. Oh, damn. Okay, so here's all the things we're going to do this turn. We're going to kill her. Why can't I do that? Why wouldn't I? Oh, because I can't do it. Let's kill her caravel. She threw her fist out at me, bro. Oh, wow. We'll do a safe attack here. Some of you may die. What's more important than this that's going on right now? Nothing. Like, what is something that I would rather be building than this? Nothing. So, the unit needs orders. Shut up. Yep. Yep. Oh. I can't believe Yasser's in this game. I'm so happy. I love when Yasser's in the game. But why can't we take this? Oh no, that's our trade route. Oops. 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 It's true. He does have horrible grammar. He does have really bad grammar for sure, 100%. So now our polders are really paying dividends. They're giving us not only the 4 food, but also +1 production and 2 gold, which is very nice. Okay. Besieged.
Cities, like military units, can defend the
Yeah. Don't think you're going to be taking my cities over with catapults and Chuko Soyugu. We will pull back with this frigate, though, just to, not that I'm scared or anything. It's just, it's just, I mean, because I'm not scared or anything, obviously, but but I'm not scared. But I would, just to, I mean, yeah. But anyway. Fortunately, we could already kind of think a little bit ahead and start deleting our workers pretty soon, which is nice. Ooh, damn. This shit just gets even better and better. I agree to that agreement. Yeah, I'm done fighting you. For now. Bitch. We need like 1 land unit right now, honestly. Whoa! Whoa! Isabella's attacking Moscow. Wow. Well, we want to keep an eye on that just in case Moscow's about to go down. We're going to come and take it. What do we do here? I think we do this. No, we didn't. We didn't do that. Well, we can be in position for next turn. All right. Next turn. Can heal outside of friendly territory. We just get that. So that's cool. We're gonna stand our ground state. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not going to do that. But we are going to go like this. Dang it. We're going to stand our ground state. We'll stand our ground state pose. Oh. Yasser, is that true? Yasser? Are you serious? You can tell me if you're lying. Ooh, look at Moscow, guys. Keep Moscow in my view. You know what I mean? Like, how many moves does this have? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, and we're not going to worry about that. We're going to go. I think that ship is dead now. But it's just kind of taking up supply, so it's okay. We're going to mine here. We're going to frigate here. We're going to attack this. And then we're going to go protect our caravan line again. Like this. Yeah, we're going to lose our caravel. So now I'm not really too concerned. I mean, I guess industrialization does make the most sense to make factories, but we don't know if we're going to have the coal or not. So it's always a gamble. It's a coin toss. As a result, I think the best first move is industrialization. And the next thing we're going to be building is, now which spy? Where should we send it? Yeah, we'll send it to Siam. Maybe we can pick up some tech from them. So at -3, -7 happiness for some reason. Shut the fuck up. I just want to see if my caravel survives really quick. Yeah, it died. It died. Got it. Got our caravel right back. Doesn't look like she's taking Moscow. Now we could, if we wanted to. So the world is really heating up. This is sort of the first major world war. Damn, that's crazy. Back over this way. I guess this is fine. Ooh. That's pretty valuable. I could heal, but I'm not going to do it in range. Public school is the correct choice here. I only have so many melee units attacking, so there's not really a point in doing more sea beggars. Oopsies. Okay. Who do we side with, Spain or Russia? Guys, I need some help right now. The world is heating up. Everyone's about to kill each other. Spain launched a war against Russia. Russia has the most diplomatic... Hey, Bingo Panda, or Yasser, or anybody else who's watching right now, should we side with Russia or Spain? Any information you need to know about both parties, I can tell you. Should we side with Russia or Spain? What do you think? Like, diplomatically, what makes more sense for us right now? What do you guys think? Spain or Russia? Who do you trust more this game? Keep in mind, it's for only for this game, and they all have random personalities every time, so it's going to be different every time. Who do you think is more trustworthy? Russia? Okay. Sorry, buddy. Okay. Unit was killed. It was the ship that we stole from China. So, kill. Whoa. Why doesn't this... Okay. Heal. Heal. Costly attack. Wow. Why did Poland declare war on me with 2 fucking little niglets? There's 2 niglets in my waters. There's unfortunately niglets in my waters, guys. Fuck off, you fucking retard. Shut the fuck up. I shouldn't even say anything. He just wants attention. Shut up! Don't do that again. Do not do that again. Ever. For any reason at all. Yeah, I know. Seriously, honestly. So Siam, yeah, I'm totally fine denouncing them. In fact, they deserve it. Yes, espero. Who died? My frigate? Who? 100? Huh? Where are you going? Gonna settle here? Kind of an interesting situation. So, is this nigga for real? Nah, it can't be, dog. Ooh, tell him again. Ooh, tell him again. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay. All right. So she's desperate to end this. She's like, I'll give you my sugar and some gold if you don't fuck with me anymore. But what do we do with this big fleet? I guess go kill Poland. That's fine. Taula. So where is Poland? That's my next question. He's about to kill my fucking war's perfect. Look at this. Oh, he has a little bit of an army. Oh, he has a bit of an army. Oh, he has a bit of an army. This one's stuck on this side of the world. Yeah, I don't think that being mean is called for at all. I don't think being mean is called for at all, even a little. So I think you should just think about that before you continue doing what you're doing, man. I mean, it's just not necessary. Why say anything mean when you don't have to? It's just kind of weird. It's just weird. Does that make sense? Like, it's strange. Like, it doesn't make any sense, kind of thing. But, to each his own. Like, nobody is being mean but you. But yeah. Anyway. I think movement for any frigate is correct. Let's share that intrigue with Attila. We're going to tell Attila that Siam is thinking about hurting him. So, trying to beg us to leave them alone. And I took the deal because we kind of want their sugar. Which, you know, can you blame me? Yeah, we're going to go with a seaport. Next turn. Helps with our happiness problem, too. E. Ideology adopted. Order, thank goodness. It's the least important one. Woo! Got a trireme. Woo! I really hope to get this. Let's see. What makes the most sense to get this like this? Ooh, look at this. He's sending some stuff our way. But he's stupid. That's his big... I guess he has a big character flaw this game. And character flaw is to be stupid. Got a great admiral for that, which is cool. I see no downside in healing here. Especially with this situation. How's Moscow looking? Moscow's fine. She's not going to die. But just in case, I am going to take it with the sea beggar if she even thinks about stepping up to me. These sea beggars came at just the right time. Not to attack, but to defend. This is a really interesting game. Choose production. So, yeah, I mean, I see where it's coming from with the whole this thing, but let's get our sea beggars out while we can, yeah? Forget what these turn into in the later eras. Uh-oh. We got one of our captured things killed. Redtopia is starving. Kind of interesting. So we're going to double attack for sure. And we're going to go bam, bam. Almost certainly. I wish I had more iron. What's taking up my third iron? I wonder. I don't think Moscow's going to fall, but we'll see. Is there a way of attacking the rest of this shit that is conducive to my long-term plan? What the fuck are you talking about? This is when everything gets so complicated and hard to figure out. I might still need to get through there. I'm trying to think about the world geographically right now. I kind of don't, though. I kind of just need Venice and Russia. So we're okay to not do this. But we'll do this to be nice to each other. Look at this, 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 look at this. Look at this, look at this. We could take Moscow. We could take Moscow if we tried, if we thought about it and we planned it properly. We might be able to take it, but it's too late now. Are they going to take it? They can't cross this. Hill, grassland, coming through here. Don't? No way. I just want to see something really quickly, and then we're going to reload the game. Let's see how much damage this does. Hold on. Make sure I load the game. 1695. Yeah. Okay, I just want to see something. Yes. I know, sweetie. So that's how much damage it does. Like almost nothing, basically. I know, I didn't do that. I didn't do that at all. That was not part of the universe that I live in. Is this guy fucking retarded? Don't answer that. So how much coal do I have? I have nothing. I have jack fucking shit coal. I got nothing. I got no coal. I can't do that ideology that way, which means we have to enter in a different way to the modern era, which is going to look like what? It's going to be radio. No, it's going to be flight. So we get it anyway. Right? Am I stupid? Or enter the modern era. Whatever happens first. Yeah, we're just going to stay aware, stay on our toes here. Just in case. Just in case. How did we lose? Anyway, we lost some boats, unfortunately. City becomes religious. That's great. So we can go ahead and buy a mosque. And a great engineer. Redtopia sounds nice. That's the biggest navy on the planet, probably. She's close. 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. Well, what would we need to do to make this kill get set up? How would we set up this kill? How would we set this kill up? We only have this one spot, so we can't get another sea beggar. Where's my other frigate? I just have 2. Where is my other frigate? I only have 1? What's using my other iron? What? I have no idea what's using my other iron. Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, Okay. Good to know. Choose production. Obviously, we're going to go with another cargo ship here, and then go with an alert type of situation. Go for coastal raider, I think. I don't know. Oh boy. Oh,
Here is something.
the Rock of Gibraltar was here the whole time. Okay. Definitely time to go after Venice or China next. Who knew my neighbors were so resourceful? Let's heal and heal. Heal. It doesn't help. It doesn't help to have that there. Oh. Yes, I wonder. Choose production. Technically, technically, it is another sea bagger. Technically, I kind of have to, yeah. Yeah, she wasn't able to seal the. Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! I just want to see what happens. Hold on 1 second, guys. 1705. This is when everything changes. It doesn't work. 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 Load game. Load game. Load game. Load game. Load game. But does it work with the special route? But I don't have time to do the special unit. So the one thing it's supposed to be good enough for. Okay, so we're going to view city. I'm just going to make a puppet. So now we win. What is our score compared to everybody else? Let's see. What's going on in the world? Byzantium. China denounced Byzantium. Catherine. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Is Catherine around anymore? I have the Forbidden Palace Colossus Alhambra. Whew, what a funny game. What a funny game. What a funny game. So now this is the space that we control. Well, that's nuts. That's loco in the cabeza. We're going to go like this, and then we're going to go like this. And then we're going to go... What else do we want to do? We need more public schools. We need more unhappiness mitigation. Dang it. Why are they all hiding in that corner? Should we attack or... It's almost like we shouldn't. Okay. Let's turn. Get over it, bitch. Get over it, bitch. Get over it, bitch. Shut up, bitch. So we basically won this game, and we're going to do it via domination. This is so cool. I love this game. Can't beat this game. Of course you can. This is not my favorite game. There's a lot to be different about this game that I wish was different. We're going to take Warsaw, though, for sure. Nobody is safe from us. How is that 30? How are they at 30? How are they at 30? How are they at 30, though? Woo! Don't mind if I do. No, but don't mind if I do, though. Choose production. What do we want? More sea beggars is like unnecessary, man. Any more work boats that we need? Let's start with that. Work boats. Oh, we need that. Okay, so we do get this worker. A couple of customs houses here, which is strange. Pillaged. Let's get that fixed. We'll do double attack, of course. What's the next one? Sea beggar. Anything I need to be aware of? I don't think so. So let's just Just heal. Vasco da Gama. We'll heal here too. And we'll heal. We'll heal. And we'll do nothing. Choose production. What have I done? What have I done to deserve this? Public school, of course. I'm so down to embargo China, of course. Now, Russia still has 3 votes. Even though, how are they still even a nation? What do they have? A couple of boats? Maybe? Where's their score coming from? Let's see. Do they have any units? If they have no units, then they're done. So, yep. Let's see what happens. So he's saying, oops. And he's going to give us dyes in gold. I'm going to give us 12 gold too. That's it? All right, whatever. So he already knows that he lost. World Fair fails. What? That's a really interesting turn of events. So what do we do with this big-ass navy? This big-ass navy. If only they were all positioned perfectly to take Zanzibar. And it can be attacked from 4 sides, using all the sea beggars all at once. And it's going to be attacked from 2 sides. Let's think about that in a second. Let's start with what sort of infrastructure we need. We need... I suppose we can just grab this porcelain tower, even though I would never usually get it. And here, of course, we're going to grab I think we're going to get a musician's guild here. Do we have a slot for it? No, so there's not really a point. It's already +2. Wait, what? That's right. How is that possible? From the same era and civilization. From Russia. Different eras from civilizations other than the city owner. That sucks. 2 0 0 0 0 0 0 2 0 0 medieval Renaissance. The Netherlands, other than the city owner. There we go. Interesting. Anyway, that's one way to do it. So you're going, where are you going? You're going here. And then you're going... All right, well, let's take Zanzibar. 1715. Yeah, let's kill him. Oh, they sent all of our ships away. I forgot about that. What should we do? It looks like he's got nothing to defend. We have this much. Let's plan that a little bit better now that we know which approach we're going for. Now that we know what approach we're going for. Continue your jotting. So, boom, 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 boom. How far ahead am I? 12, 626, 266, 2. So we're like a good 500 to 700 above everyone else. Boom, boom, boom. So who should we kill? Who should we kill? Who should we take over? Who has the most? Who has the most? China has the most stuff that I want. But last time I fought them, it was almost impossible to break their line. This is a tough decision. It's like I have this lead and I don't want to lose it, kind of thing. And this doesn't let us attack in this turn. It doesn't. It sends us all away. It sends us all away. It sends us all away. It sends us sachet away. I don't know what to do here, guys. Should we take over Sudokai? I feel like we could do that. We have 2 slots to do Sea Beggars. The world is so interesting. This is the whole world. We own about, I want to say, at least 2/9 of it. Thank goodness we could slip through here. So where would be the next best place to send these guys if we're not going to attack Venice? And what do we build? Where do we go from here? There are other things to build technically, but nothing I really want or need other than more units. And the unit I want the most is frigates, but I don't have any iron. Like, this is almost done. 3 more turns. This is done in 5 more turns. So it comes down there, fixes this. Fix this. Oasis. Take the city, the holy city of Eastern Orthodoxy. Get another coal. Or take this one, which... Who's winning besides me? He is, and it's not close. Next is Morocco. So this is the correct move is to go after Venice. Because they have 2 capitals. Can you imagine? You know what, y'all? This is kind of a tough decision. I think we're going to hop off for now. Follow up with the rest of this later. Thank you so much for joining me. And go fuck yourself, you fucking retard.